Listen to me. The party is over. In 2020, people bought anything that went bang. It was a panic. But in 2026, the market crashed. Gun store shelves are full. Inventory is not moving. Dealers are desperate. They are practically begging you to take certain models off their hands. Today, we are looking at 15 guns that are rotting on the shelves. Big names, massive failures, and one gun that has been collecting dust for 5 years. Do not be the sucker who buys one of these on clearance. I'm Jeff. Let's look at the list. Number 15. The answer to a question nobody asked. The Springfield XD-E. This was weird from day one. It is a single-stack 9mm, but it has a hammer. Springfield launched this in 2017, just as everyone was switching to striker-fired guns. Then the SIG P365 showed up. It had more ammo, it was smaller. The XD-E was like showing up to a gunfight with a musket. Springfield killed it in 2021. If you see one new in the box today, walk away. It has been sitting there for a reason. Number 14. The plastic mistake. The Smith & Wesson M&P 12. Even giants stumble. This was a bullpup pump shotgun, 14 rounds, compact. It sounded great on paper. In reality, it was a disaster. Cracked barrels, a massive recall. It is heavy, it is complicated, and it costs over $1,000. Dealers cannot give these away. Used ones are sitting under $900. It's a reminder, just because it looks cool in a movie does not mean it works in the real world. Number 13. The Toblerone bar. The Beretta APX. Beretta makes the legendary 92, but this was their attempt at a modern striker pistol. It shoots fine, reliability is okay, but it is ugly. The slide serrations look like a chocolate bar, and frankly, it is boring. It offers nothing over a Glock or a SIG. Prices dropped to $400 almost immediately. It is now a budget bin pistol, a harsh reality for a premium Italian brand. Number 12. The late arrival. The Mossberg MC1 SC. Mossberg makes great shotguns. They should have stayed in their lane. This was their first handgun in 100 years. It was decent, but it was too little too late. By the time it launched, the market was flooded with micro-compacts that held double the ammo. Mossberg quietly killed it in 2024. 100 years of history could not save a mediocre product. Number 11. The over-engineered mess. The Walther CCP. German engineering is usually good. Sometimes it's just annoying. This gun uses a gas-delayed blowback system. It was supposed to reduce recoil. Instead, it gave us a gritty trigger and a takedown process that requires a PhD. The M2 version fixed some issues, but nobody cared. It's a single stack in a double stack world. Dealers stopped ordering them because they just sit there taking up space. Number 10. The ripoff. The FN 503. FN makes weapons for the military. They know better. They released this single-stack 9mm in 2020. It held 6 rounds. 6! The Hellcat held 11. The SIG held 10, and FN had the audacity to charge $500 for it. It was obsolete the day it left the factory. Dealers slashed prices to $299, and they still couldn't move them. A total embarrassment for FN. Number 9. The Pony Tax. The Colt AR-15 Sporter. You are paying for the logo. That is it. In 2019, the market was flooded with ARs. You could get a better rifle for half the price. Colt actually stopped selling to civilians for a while because they had too much inventory. The prancing pony on the side does not make the gun shoot straighter. People realized this, and the rifles sat on the racks for over a year. Number 8. The Rustington. The Remington RP9. This is where the tragedy begins. Remington tried to make a polymer pistol, It was a disaster. Feeding issues, bad triggers, magazines that wouldn't eject. Retailers cut the price to $250. That is almost free, and people still wouldn't buy it. It is a paperweight, nothing more. Number 7. The solution looking for a problem. The Remington 870 DM. Take the most reliable pump shotgun in history and ruin it by adding a cheap detachable magazine. That is the 870 DM. Nobody asked for this. And guess what? Remington didn't make enough spare magazines, so you had a mag-fed shotgun with one mag. Brilliant. By 2019, you could buy these for clearance prices, a sad end for a legendary platform. Number 6. The Dead Caliber 40 S&W. This is not a specific gun, it is an entire category. 10 years ago, 40 cal was king. Today, it is dead. Police went back to 9mm, civilians followed. 40 cal has more recoil, less capacity, and ammo is expensive. Glocks and SIG P320s chambered in 40 cal sit on shelves for months. Store managers run sales just to get rid of them. Do not buy a dead caliber unless you like overpaying for ammo. Number 5. The victim of politics. The CZ Scorpion 3 Plus. This was a hit. Everybody loved the Scorpion. Then the ATF got involved. The pistol brace ruling killed this market overnight. Dealers were stuck with inventory they couldn't legally sell. Even with rebates, people were scared to buy them. It is a great gun, but it is a legal headache, and in this economy, nobody wants a headache. Number 4. The confused rifle. The Sako S20. Sako makes incredible rifles, but the S20 tried to be everything, a hunting rifle and a precision rifle. It ended up being good at neither. It is too heavy to hike with, it is too light for serious competition, and it costs $1,600. For that money, Americans bought Bergara or Ruger. These rifles sit on shelves for over 300 days. That is a lifetime in retail. Number 3. The Broken Promise. The Bushmaster ACR. This hurts. We all wanted this to be the future. Video games made it legendary. But Bushmaster got greedy. They promised a modular rifle for $1,500. They delivered a heavy rifle for $3,000. Then they recalled it for full auto malfunctions. The military said no, civilians said no. It rotted in catalogs for years until Bushmaster went under. Number 2. The niche toy. The Springfield St. Edge EVAC. It is an AR pistol that folds into a tiny bag. Cool? Yes. Practical? No. It cost $1,800 for a gimmick. When the brace band scare happened, the market for this vanished. Springfield killed it. It's a cautionary tale. Just because it looks cool on Instagram doesn't mean it sells. Number 1. The king of failure. The Remington R51. This is it. The champion of the shelf sitters. Launched in 2014, it didn't work. It jammed. It fired out of battery. Remington recalled every single one. They tried to bring it back 2 years later, but the reputation was dead. Here's the insane part. You can still find these new in box today. They have been sitting in warehouses for 10 years. Retailers cannot give them away. It is the ultimate symbol of a failed product. Listen to me. Just because a gun is cheap does not mean it is a deal. Sometimes it's cheap because it's garbage. Do your research. Don't buy someone else's mistake. I'm Jeff. Stay dangerous.